Delegates at the start of talks aimed at ending the political crisis and violence in Burundi. There are different groups here in Arusha, including the government and various opposition parties. But absent from this gathering are members of SINARED, a coalition of several opposition groups, some based in Burundi but most in exile.
I sent invitations to former heads of state of political parties registered in Burundi, civil society organizations, faith-based groups, prominent political actors inside and outside Burundi, as well as women and youth groups.
The opposition parties wanted to be invited as a bloc, but they're not a registered entity in Burundi. Just a few parties were invited, and only one showed up at the talks in Tanzania.
SINARED was not really invited, but the facilitator invited some parties like CNDD, my party, invited some of them, like UPD, like CNDD. I think for the starting today, they are enough. Of course, other party will come, I'm sure. I'm sure they will, the facilitator will invite them, other parties. If they like to come, I think no one will refuse invitation of the facilitator.
Some Burundians here say that SINARED is a coalition of the real opposition and should be included in the talks. But government officials we spoke to insist that they will not talk to some parties and individuals within that coalition.
Now, if the group that you're talking about is peaceful, I don't know. But what we know is that some people who claim to be in that group, even its leadership, have clearly said that they want violence as a means to achieve their political goals.
International observers say that compromises need to be made by all.
There is no timetable, there is no roadmap, but what we need is an inclusive process where all feel represented.
People here in Burundi are hoping the talks can help stop the violence, but with some opposition parties left out and a deep mistrust between all sides, a peaceful resolution will likely be a long and difficult process. Catherine Soy, Al Jazeera, Bujumbura.